You're welcome, Lindsay. How do you do?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm well. I'll tell you why. I'm
Please
getting
do.
married.
You're getting married?
No, I'm just kidding. I just have to give you something really big. I'm so sorry. That was cruel, wasn't it?
Cruel.
That was really. You could almost feel your adrenaline and heart pumping.
I know. I was so excited for you.
I'm sorry.
Wow.
I wanted to give you something like, oh, I'll give her a zinger.
I can't even be mad at that. That was good. That was good.
Thank you. You're in a gracious mood today. Fantastic.
No, I'm in a great mood. Today's been a good day.
Tell me why.
Just the little things in life, you know?
Yeah.
Went for a hike yesterday.
Yeah.
Canmore.
Yeah.
I had the best bagel I've ever had. It was
I
like
love
great
it.
weather. The views were amazing.
Yeah.
It wasn't packed.
Yeah.
Came home, had the best pizza I've ever had.
Oh my goodness.
Picked up from Actually Pretty Good. I don't know if you had their pizza.
I haven't, no.
Oh my god.
It's worthwhile.
It's worthwhile. And
Okay.
if you have like dietary restrictions, they have like vegan cheese, they do gluten-free crust. They have, like,
Okay. So,
and then yeah, it was a 21-degree day today, so I have no complaints.
was it 21? Oh my goodness, it's 20 at the moment. That is pretty impressive.
Yeah. I have all the reasons to be in a good mood and no reasons to be in a bad one.
And what's your itinerary tonight to keep it going?
You know what? I'm
No.
having dinner with a girlfriend that I haven't seen in like 4 years.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so some catching up in the
Yeah, some catching
forecast.
up to do.
Yeah, and
Hopefully it stays nice because again, like obviously only patio. So,
oh right. Although here's the thing, you've got a good few hours here, right?
yeah.
Before it's supposed to get cooler.
Yeah, and then for the next week we have some pretty cold weather setting in.
Is that what they're saying?
Yeah, even next weekend it's like 3-4 degrees snow.
Oh, okay.
I know.
Quite the contrast.
Oh, Canada.
Oh, Calgary.
Yeah, well, yes. I
Uh,
actually just moved here from Ontario.
you don't say.
And people are like, don't get used to this weather. Like, what you've experienced this week is like not your life now.
Well, I find it's almost like a big psych. It's like nature's big psych where you see it coming and you're like, holy crap, this is great. And then you sort of like
Full
mentally go into that mode, right?
Yeah.
And then you get hit by something else. And so I've seen quite a few lovely seasons come through already this spring. And it's spectacular, but I'm like, I'm not buying it yet. And I'm not holding my breath
Yeah.
quite yet, you know?
I posted on a Facebook group just
Yeah.
being like, does anyone have recommendations for a place that can like take my winter tires off for me? And people were like, oh, these foreigners thinking they can take their winter tires off. I was like, okay, sorry. Me neither.
Oh, shucks.
Yeah.
That's so
This
why?
one girl was like, I think before you move somewhere, you should look into the weather. And I
Oh
was
my
like,
goodness. How saucy that is.
I know.
Well, here's the thing though. I think when they usually engage that way, they're most probably, I'm guessing, operating out of insecurities of their own that they haven't processed yet.
Sure.
And perhaps it's the only energy that they have to share. And
Well, it's funny because when I moved here, people were responding really weirdly to me. And my brother was like, you know, when you decide to make such like a brave, bold choice for yourself, because I just came here by myself, drove all the way here from Ontario.
Mhm.
He's like, it forces people to think about where their life could have taken them if they had made brave choices, and it causes them to react in a way that actually has like nothing to do with you and
So
only to do with what they're dealing with internally.
And yet most people struggle with that. Like, that makes sense, but the practical play out of that perspective is more difficult to assume. And so it's
My brother's
a-
really good at that. He teaches me to like look at people as if they have emotional Down syndrome. And so it's like,
it's a
if
helpful way.
someone were like special needs in another way in life,
Sure.
you would be nothing but empathetic and understanding. You'd be more
Absolutely.
patient. You'd be
Absolutely.
like, it's kind of the same thing.
Yeah. I know one of the perspectives I've really been affected by online, especially on social media, is this guy, Gary Vaynerchuk. He's got a really influential following. But
I
the
know
way
who he is.
But the way he talks about the haters, I really appreciate. So I really appreciate the heart and why he does what he does, even though he may come across as really abrasive and crass. And so along those lines, I found that really helpful because that reminds me it's not about me. I got my own stuff to worry about, you know? And I'll let them enjoy that energy on their own.
It's such a simple statement. It's not about me, but it's really hard to like. I work with a
Capture.
coach, like she's a life coach, but like she's been doing it for 22 years. Like, she's very legit. And every time I'm feeling anxious or depressed or anything, she's like, you're only thinking about yourself. You're inside yourself too much. So if you're feeling sad or you're feeling depressed or anxious, she's like, get outside yourself. Start doing things for other people. and you'll find that those feelings fade. The only time we're depressed, anxious, whatever, is when we're selfishly thinking only about ourselves. Our troubles and our worries are.
And then an interesting contrast to that is I'd almost say there's an appropriate selfishness that I've learned to imbibe for me that enables me to truly be selfless. And it's a paradox. So basically, like once upon a time, actually my whole life basically, I used to be a really competent and accomplished codependent individual that knew how to please everyone around me and be on their schedule and sort of like navigate my life on others' terms. But the selfish piece came when, well, I mean, who isn't taught that selfishness is terrible and you should avoid those expressions until you learn a different sort of nuance, and that is how to be able to, first of all, look after yourself in a way that's holistic, that you are having your needs met.
So you're not trying to pour from an empty cup.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know what? That the person you used to be is kind of like, I feel like I'm in the paradox between who you used to be and who you are now, and I'm like on my journey, and that's why I have the coach. Because
and you're investing that.
I'm horrible at saying no. I'm horrible at setting boundaries. I can do it for other people. I can't do it for myself.
Gotcha.
I don't know why they don't teach you this stuff.
I know. I just told my sister that, and I was just thinking that would be a really helpful thing, even a class that's dedicated for young minds to know how to say no, especially young girls.
And how to talk to yourself inside your own head.
Absolutely. I agree.
They talk about communication, but like no one teaches you.
I totally hear you.
When you speak poorly to yourself inside your own head, like you become your own abuser.
Absolutely. My dear, I'm enjoying this immensely. I'm going to ask you something. Please say no if you don't resonate with it, because I love a hell yes. So this is your codependent coming to attest here.
Either hell yes or hell no.
Exactly.
Yeah.
When I don't do this, I have an online platform I facilitate. Great conversations that I have with people along the way.
You do have an app? Is that what you said?
A platform.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'll share with you my contact if you want to follow. I would love to share this conversation because I think it's super rich and may be helpful for others if they're
I'd love to know what your platform is.
Absolutely, for sure. But is that a hell yes from you, or is that like actually
no? That's a hell yes.
Okay. Do you mind signing off on a consent form for me?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, sweet. The pen is on the bottom here. It's a video release, just so you understand what I'm asking here.
I love this. I'm all for this.
Excellent. I'm glad you do. It's not everyone's jam, and that's why I want to be really sensitive and respectful.
It's not everyone's jam, but you know what? If someone can take something
from our interaction, I think they most certainly will be able to.
You have really good energy.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I found it at sale at Walmart.
You found what on sale? Oh, shut up. Alright, twice now I've fallen for it.
People don't see it coming from me, right?
No.
I do have fun.
Calgary. She still feels weird writing that.
I know, it's a bit of a getting used to.
Good though. Massive change yields massive results, right?
I admire what you're doing.
Thank you. And if it sucks, I just go home. Nothing's permanent. Or I go somewhere else.
Well, I was just talking to my previous riders, and they were very adamant when they said most people run away from their problems, or people who are in their lives.
I said that's the perfect reason why I'm doing this now, because you know what? My life was great. I'm not running from anything.
That's awesome.
So I feel like I'm running to something.
Nice.
I don't know what yet.
You're open to exploring.
But I'm open to life, you know?
This is me, by the way. That's my contact on the back there. By all means, check it out.
Amazing.
And I would be delighted not only to run into you again, but also to hear from you along the way too.
Thank you,
Lindsay.
I will be in touch.
A pleasure.
And you have a great smile. It's a shame that we have to wear these masks so no one can see it. Thank you for the ride.
Enjoy your visit, dear.
Thank you. Drive safe.
I will. Bye.
Bye.